Alright, come close. Okay, this video right here is for the people that maybe feel a little lost in life. Maybe you've gone to college and you realize it's not what you want to do. Maybe you're in high school still trying to figure out what you're trying to do. Maybe you're working a job that you just hate and you want to put yourself in a better position. I got you, let's go. How are you all doing? It is amazing to see you today. My name is Vino. I hope everybody is doing great. So in today's video, we're going to dive into a concept that I've been struggling with for the past couple years. This problem being the feeling of being lost when it comes to your life structure or your life path. Going through high school, I'd say I was a fairly smart kid. I got A's and B's. I never really struggled in school, but I always knew that school wasn't really what I wanted to do. I never truly enjoyed being in a class. I always just kind of did the work so then I could be over with it and go on to do what I really wanted to do. It just wasn't intriguing to me. And every year as you progress throughout high school, there's always a counselor that asks you, what are you trying to do after? Are you going to go to college? What do you plan on majoring in? It's shoved down your throat the entire time that you go throughout high school. And I mean, rightfully so. Everybody has to go and do their own thing once you graduate. You have to figure out how to be an independent human being. But one problem I always faced was just the confusion of what path I wanted to follow. I knew that I didn't really enjoy college. I didn't really know what I enjoyed. I was alright at baseball. I liked playing video games. I had fun with the camera, but I just didn't know how I wanted to go about it. I had this contemplation in freshman year and then went on to my sophomore, junior, senior year, and then all of a sudden I realized, whoa, I'm about to be graduating and I gotta figure something out. So at the very beginning of my senior year, I started taking college IT classes. I saw IT as a perfect way to learn a trade, get a certification, and then move straight into the workforce right outside of high school. Now this sounded all really good in theory until I realized it's really boring and I hate it. It's not fun at all and I just don't like it. I didn't like learning it. I didn't like using the information. I hated studying and passing all the tests to be able to work towards my certification. It wasn't it for me. It felt like a waste of time and I felt like a failure because I was cheating to pass all my tests. So about at the end of my first semester of my senior year, I was just feeling lost. I had no idea what I wanted to do. I felt like the only good opportunity that was kind of coming my way, I'm throwing out the window because I'm not actually learning the information. I'm not ingesting it. I'm just pretending and then cheating on the test, which isn't doing me any good and it's just wasting time for me and everybody who believes in me. And I have a video on this, what happened after the end of my first semester. Went into Christmas break and I got a guitar. Once I got this guitar, the entire game changed. I realized that I could practice at something that I actually enjoyed doing and seeing direct results every single time I played. Each time I picked up the guitar again, I had a better strum, I could fret the chords even better. I had new songs that I learned. It was direct progress. I was able to see it right then and there and I realized this is what I want to do. I want to find something that I love to do, my art form that I enjoy doing and progressing at and constantly improving, and I want to make it my career. I had zero idea how I was going to do it, but I had this blind faith, this delusional optimism that I was going to make it happen. I don't know how, but it's going to happen. Me and my parents didn't really agree on the choices that I was making when it came to going into music and ignoring school. After making this realization, I stopped caring about school entirely. I would go to my classes, I would somewhat do the work, and then I'd leave and go grab my guitar and play outside until the bell rang. And then on to the next period, same exact thing. And in my schedule, I had pre-calc, which I was not a big fan of. I mean, math is all right. I only like physics because it actually makes sense. The rest of math to me is just too conceptual. It's not my thing. So taking pre-calc, it was already just a decent amount of stress on me just to pass it, and I realized I don't even need to take this class to graduate. So why am I taking it right now? I tried to schedule a few meetings with my counselor to be able to drop the class. Every single time, I scheduled like 3 meetings. It was kind of bounced around, and then I had a couple meetings with the vice principal because she was the only person that could sign off on it, and then she just kind of skipped out on me. I had to reschedule twice, and eventually I had a pretty sour interaction with the vice principal and another one of the teachers I was with her. I'll eventually go into another video going in full in depth because this was one of the moments that really sparked my journey and sparked my motivation to where I'm at. But basically I came out of that very upset. I was not happy with how things were turning out and I decided, you know what? I'm not even gonna give a fuck. I'm not gonna listen to what anybody has to say to me. I'm gonna do what feels right in my heart. And what felt right to me in my heart was ignoring my pre-calc, playing more guitar, getting better, and learning music theory in that class. Now keep in mind, everybody's telling me that this is not what I'm supposed to be doing. Respect your teachers, fulfill your commitments, do what everybody's done before you. It just was not it for me. And I knew that the school system, at least in my situation, was doing me a disservice. And I needed to break out of the habit that I found myself in order to promote myself when it came to my own mental journey. And then continuing through that year, I formed a really good relationship with my pre-calc teacher. She actually became one of my favorite teachers. We were able to respect each other and give each other space in the classroom. I didn't ever disrupt any of the classes. I would just sit in the back and study music theory with my little MIDI keyboard. I had a great time. I would always come in and have great interactions with her. Miss Mo, I love you. Thank you so much for your support. I really appreciate you just letting me do my own thing in the back of class. Moving on past this, I then found my love for videography and found how this goes hand in hand with the music thing. I realized like, oh, if I learn how to make great content, then I can just promote myself and be able to put myself in a position where I can gain a following because people actually like my content. And then it was one day towards the end of my graduating year where I was feeling a little down on myself because I always had this weird idea in the back of my head that I wasn't as good as others because I just started on this journey. In the very beginning, I kind of wanted to be a guitarist because that's where I found my love in music. I would look at people on YouTube or just people around campus that also played guitar and see that they had 8, 10 plus years of experience and were so much further ahead of me. And it was extremely discouraging, especially being someone who was just about to graduate and was about to be forced into the situation where you just got to figure it out. Like I said, it was a little discouraging. I was thinking like, well, maybe guitar isn't it. I don't know. I just don't think I'm going to be able to make it work. And then one night I was meditating and I was really just contemplating a lot of things, and I came to the realization, a quote came into my head, just these words appeared. Late bloomers are the ones to watch the rest wither. And it came into my head and I really thought about it and realized, wow, I'm at an advantage. The fact that I figured out what my true passion is at such a late age, I have the drive and determination to be able to make it a full career. I'm not burdened with any sort of boredom or getting over old passions that you've had. And I don't have any talent, which is even better because those that are not talented have to form such a rock solid mentality to be able to overcome those who are talented. I think that was really beneficial to me, and it really put me in a position to where I could strive towards my goals comfortably. And the thing is, man, whenever you're following something that isn't rudimentary and doesn't follow the normal pathway that a lot of people take, there's going to be people that doubt you. There's going to be a lot of people that doubt you, people that are even close to you, friends, family. But the thing is you have to find what feels right in your heart. And as long as you're able to 100% truly trust and believe in that, just follow it, man. You're going to get to where you want to be. I promise you. It'll take some mental gymnastics to truly realize that and be able to maneuver your way through your friendships and life and be able to really motivate yourself when other people don't even want to motivate you. Eventually they're going to come around. Eventually they're going to see that this is what you want to do. Following your passion, you're happy while doing it. And once you start succeeding, then you're able to put it in everybody's face. Not that that should be your motivation, but at least you know that at some point you'll be able to tell everybody, fuck you. Now I try to keep it very positive, but it is one of those things where I'm a little motivated out of spite. I'm a little motivated by that interaction that I had with my vice principal and that teacher and how much they aggravated me. I'm able to put that towards building towards my dreams. So then one day, I'm able to bring him on the podcast and thank him. Because listen, man, I have no hate towards my vice principal and that teacher. None whatsoever. I have nothing but love and compassion and understanding for whatever position that put them into the mentality where they interacted with me like that. It is what it is. There's nothing I can do about that except send them love and support. So one day, Mrs. Hernandez, when this video blows up, or when I make another video or the podcast blows up, please come on and I'd love to have another talk with you and have a peaceful and positive interaction. But the overwhelming idea that comes out of this video is the late bloomers are the ones to watch the rest wither. Everybody keep that in mind. Keep on your path. Keep progressing. Constantly better yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, financially. Everybody's just trying to make it. Everybody wants to be loved. And you deserve all the love in the world. You have everything that it takes to be who you want to be, to get to where you want to be, to build whatever it is you want to build, whether it be a career, a family, a house, investments. You can do it. And I believe in you. You just need to believe in yourself. Thank you everybody for watching. I love you so much. Thank you so much for all the support. If you've made it to the end of this video, why don't you go down and give me a little comment, maybe like and subscribe if you really enjoyed it. I'd love to talk to you in the comments. I love interacting. I hope you have an amazing rest of your day. Stay safe, stay hydrated. Adios.